one of these Liverpool pages only, Anfield Echo or something, there which said that Slot, while of course in the training sessions, he was telling Trent that if you change your body 8 degrees to the left or right, you could open up to sort of make a bet. So he goes right into those depths, into the details, which is one thing I like about him. And yeah, I feel I genuinely at this point don't miss Klopp.
Welcome to the Corner everybody, and welcome once again to the Corner Nathan Gomes, you are probably the happiest person in the city right now. You're proudly wearing the jersey as well.
Yeah, I mean clearly yeah, it's good times. It's pretty good times.
कुछ
It's a
मैच
good.
वैच था क्या लिवरपूल का वैसे कुछ
कुछ ऐसा कुछ था शायद, देखा है रूमर्स कुछ था, लोग बोल रहे थे कि सिटी के साथ सिटी क्या है, कुछ ऐसा टीम है कुछ
हाँ वैसे
या सो देयर वाज सम कुछ था कल, आई डोंट नो, आई
राइट
वाज जस्ट बिजी, मैं टर्फ पे खेल रहा था तो कुछ
exactly.
ऐसा हाँ.
Maybe we'll Google the highlights later or whatever.
या ऐसा.
For those watching, I just want to point out this is a blue jersey. It's not a Man City jersey. It's close. It's a Mumbai
It's a
City
Mumbai City
top.
jersey, much better.
So it's close enough, but not the same thing. But let's kick off with that big game, man. Liverpool 2, Man City nil. The worst run under Guardiola for Man City
Yeah, dude.
continues. And honestly, man, like this was probably the best time for Liverpool to play Man City, because we know how important this fixture is in the run up to the title. And yes, it's only 13 games in, but it is still a very, very important game.
Hmm.
And for Liverpool to come up against City when they're going through this patch, I
Yeah,
think
that was
everybody
pretty.
would be very, very happy.
Yeah, dude. So I didn't okay, I was still, I didn't say I can't rule out City. I think none of us can rule out
Yeah,
City. It's
yeah,
just that it's the same players, it's the same team that they're playing with. It's just that maybe at this point, as we speak, they lack chemistry and synergy. But if you watched, did you watch the game yesterday? I watched the
yeah,
game. I think after the first 15 minutes, I think Liverpool were brilliant. They had a lot
yeah,
of chances. Van Dijk could have scored two headers or something,
yeah,
right? One hit the post or whatever, but that's okay. And I think after the 15th minute, 20th minute onwards, my bad. I think City were in it. City were very well into the match till the 75th minute.
yeah,
Because after that Salah penalty,
yeah.
I was convinced, because then Slot brought on Jirel Kwanzaa as defense, and I was like, okay, good. So well, I don't know, dude. I'll be honest at this point. Whatever's happening right now, ठीक है, I still have zero expectation from this season.
Yeah.
मार्च के बाद पता चलेगा कि क्या, because I've seen this picture before. I know what happens.
Yeah. No,
If
and
this,
that's very right, because it is just about at this point in the season, which is the December onwards, Christmas season onwards, is when City historically just
exactly,
find a
yeah,
seventh gear or whatever it is. They just
this,
go on a mad run. And
yeah, this has been happening since the past 2 3 seasons, dude, maybe more.
yeah, and we were kind of expecting that to start happening a little earlier than this fixture. That okay, they've lost, maybe chalo, they've lost three, they've lost four. Now they're going to go on a mad run. Haaland's going
Mm.
to just eat defenders for breakfast. Like he's literally on the pitch going to tear them apart and fry their legs on a barbecue and fucking chomp on them in front of the referee and be like, they are be red card bench. So they, like,
This
we
is like
thought
that.
those would be the scenes, but that has not happened. They just keep
Yeah,
going further and further down this rabbit hole, down this hole that is being dug for them.
yeah, dude.
And
It's. I mean, okay, I'm actually genuinely happy. We are all happy in a way to see the City downfall. Fuck City. To
yeah,
be very honest, I don't care.
you
But
know,
at the
as a
same
as
time,
as a United fan, I don't know. Like, I want to be sad. I want to be happy about City's downfall, but at what cost? Like, for us, it's like aliens versus predator. No matter who
yeah,
wins,
dude.
we lose. Like, there is nothing in it for us. Matlab, at this point, like, if not City, then you we don't want Liverpool to win, because then they'll equal
Fair
20
enough.
titles.
I understand that,
So that's a big thing. We don't want Arsenal to win, because
because
it just seems like, oh, they were in the same position as we were after Wenger, and then they've gone ahead
yeah,
so much
it's
quicker
just
than we have.
Thing is, I respect United fans more than Arsenal fans because at least you all have something to show, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Arsenal fans, yes, they do have something, but in Europe, what do they have? Nothing.
yeah. Nothing.
Well, like I still find it. I could be wrong. I think Spurs still have a Europa title, no, with for under their belt. Yeah, I think they won the first
They
Europa League or something. Kuch tha aisa hai.
conference. I think they win the conference league. No, I don't know. Hoga.
Something, but I still Arsenal fans. I mean, I get it. Yeah, you guys are having the time of your life, but chill
Yeah.
out, bro. Chill out.
Yeah. Uh, but no, no. Honestly, like I feel like you know how it's a very common sporting thing called the yips. You know, Jabi, when you get into it psychologically, that nothing is working out for us. We are just not able to correct our form, our performances. It
Hmm.
just eats at you psychologically, and it just you keep going into that same vicious cycle. And I feel like that is happening with Man City. It's very obvious that that is
Hmm.
happening with Man City, and even more so because Guardiola is known to be a manager who overthinks. Like we have seen
Yeah,
this
true.
before their treble win and before they finally got their hands on the Champions League. In every Champions League season, we knew they would get till the quarters, till the semis,
Semis and then.
and then Guardiola would just make some random decisions. He would tweak something in his system that
Hmm.
really did not need to be tweaked,
Yeah, true.
and it would just confuse the shit out of the team and they would just collapse, right? And we are seeing that happen over a period of now 7 games where it's just nothing he is trying to do is working out for them. And
True.
he keeps saying that, oh, give us our players back and then you'll see Man City, but bhai wo to matlab part and parcel hai
Those
na.
same players played versus Liverpool yesterday, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, Jeremy Doku, I think had the best game yesterday because he
yeah,
was genuinely good yesterday. I like
yeah,
Doku. I'm a fan of Doku. I like his style of play, the way he cuts
yeah,
in and everything. But you City was the same City team. Like I said, just no chemistry in them. But I told Tushar this. I was like, "Hey, bro, you can't rule City out. Just wait till Jan Feb.
yeah,
Maybe then फिर ठीक है. Then
yeah.
if they still, however, they do play Forest next,
Yes.
right? So that's going to be an interesting fixture. If they win, great. If they don't, even better.
Yeah. No, but that's also a very interesting fixture for them to go into because on paper you'd think, oh, Man City versus Forest. You know, like
Exactly.
this is exactly the kind of fixture that Guardiola and Man City would be looking forward to, especially after the run that they've been in. But
Yeah.
we are seeing Forest have one of the best seasons that
Best
they've ever
seasons,
had.
dude. Yeah, I
Right now, they're sixth in the league with 22 points, so
dude,
that's just about
Chris
12
exactly. Chris
points.
Wood has like around 9, maybe 10 goals this season.
Yeah,
Just I think two more behind Salah, which
yeah,
is pretty impressive. Pretty no, it
that's
is impressive.
yeah.
So you never know what could go wrong. And I think they're playing at home. City are playing at home, if I'm not wrong. I'm not
City
too
are
sure.
playing at home.
Playing
Yes,
at
City are
home,
playing.
yeah. So it's still going to be interesting. And
Yeah,
what I did find, what did amuse me was the after the yesterday's match at Anfield, City and the team players and Pep went over to the away end, to the City away end, and they were applauding the fans and everything.
yeah,
And yes, he did show them the fingers,
yeah,
everything. But you know, I still feel he's smiling through the pain,
yeah.
but उसको पता है कि भाई we fucked up, like
Yeah,
so maybe he's just doing it for the PR
yeah,
or I don't know,
yeah. But
but
like that's also the thing, right? Like, how bad do things have to be that Guardiola is channeling his inner Mourinho?
exactly, I was just gonna say that.
Like, matlab, you either die a hero or live
How
long
you live
enough to see
become a
yourself become a villain.
more and more,
And that is exactly what is happening. But he elaborated on it in his post match. He was asked about it, and he was
Hmm.
elaborating on it. And even that, Guardiola has this lovely way of being a sore loser by being extremely charming and respectful.
Yeah,
Because he
that's
was like,
true.
because these are his words, right? He's like, I didn't expect it from the people at Anfield.
And feel.
I didn't expect it from them. Maybe they could have done it 3-4 years ago. It would have been fine,
Hmm.
but not now. Now it's
Yeah,
just taking advantage.
very modest also in a way.
Yeah, because according to him, he feels like Liverpool fans should be singing "You're getting sacked in the morning" to Guardiola when he's on his way to a Premier League title. He's like,
Yeah,
तभी बोलो ना कि I'm getting sacked. तभी तो तुम लोग नहीं बोलते.
Which is why I do feel like the City versus Liverpool game, which is happening in March, April, or whenever, that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is going
if
to.
yeah, that's going to be a banger. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for that match.
Yeah, no, but
So
sticking to Guardiola for a little bit, because he has been really under scrutiny by the media,
yeah,
more so because of the random cuts on his face. Of course, this happened in the midweek fixture after the Champions League game.
mm,
But considering this is a podcast that is a weekly podcast that happens on Monday nights, we didn't have time to talk about it.
yeah,
It was in that
it-
corridor of uncertainty, as
yeah.
sporting cliches go. But what do you think, Nathan, was happening? Why did he have so many cuts on his face?
So I didn't watch that match. I was out, but I saw City were 3 up. I was like, okay, this is their game, man.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
them enjoy this win after a horrible spell of 5 games without a win or any points. I was like, let them take it. Full time के बाद देखा भाई 3-3, like oh, and I don't blame Guardiola. So I'll tell you, Guardiola standards are high.
Yeah,
So it's obvious why because he set the standard. It's like,
yeah,
bro, I'm Pep.
yeah,
I don't care. I mean, yeah, if I have to be honest, yeah, he's done it. He's won so many titles, but he's always had good players with him.
yeah,
He's had the
yeah,
money backed. He's been
yeah.
funded and everything, right? So I think this is it's starting to show now. Okay, the slight cracks are starting to show. Like, how do I get back? But what my thoughts after the match were like, I was laughing, bro. I was
Yeah,
genuinely laughing. I'm like, no, this is not.
yeah,
And the fact that I opened Insta and checked that, BR football and all these
yeah,
pages, and they
yeah,
make these
yeah,
graphics.
yeah, yeah,
Guardiola's face when he realizes he'll be at Anfield next game,
yeah.
something like that. And so maybe he just knew. So, but
Yeah.
I still want to know, how did he get his cut? Like, I still don't know.
I just want to go back to what you said about cracks beginning to show, a lot of them on his face.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just
It's just that he's under pressure, but I don't see him getting sacked because for obvious reasons, dude.
I,
He's,
yeah, he's not going to get sacked for sure. Also, the gap on his on the cut, almost as big as the gap between Liverpool and Man City right now. Man City in fifth at
they're fifth.
20.
They're fifth, though.
They're fifth,
क्या बात कर रहे
23 points. Level on points with Brighton, 2 points
हैं?
behind Chelsea and Arsenal,
Oh, Chelsea have been doing well. They're playing
and
pretty well.
only 3 points ahead of Man United.
That's the funny part,
Yeah, but
right?
that's how beautiful the league is poised right
That's
now, right? Like
exactly.
forget the top of the table, Nathan. Whoever's on top doesn't really matter. Man United
That's okay.
ninth in the league at 19 points, only 3 points behind Brighton, who are fourth, and Man City, who are fifth.
Exactly.
So
Oh,
and
hey, it's gonna be. I feel, to be very honest, the third to seventh spots after every game, that's just so interesting and so entertaining to watch.
yeah,
Like, after every PL fixture, I'll tell you, dude. So I never used to play FPL. I started this season, and I put Jao Pedro and what's his name, Brighton Welbeck.
nah,
Both of them I started. Fucking they drew versus who? Fulham, I think.
yeah.
Not Fulham.
No, wait.
Uh, Southampton. Sa-
Brighton was Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah, and I was like, what is this, man? This last previous match you played so well.
Yeah,
Now, same with Spurs, bro. I put Brennan Johnson is a
yeah.
team because he's been playing consistently well and everything. I put Pedro Porro and Kulusevski.
Huh,
When they were 1 up, I was like very happy. And then again, I
yeah,
saw full time 1-1 versus Fulham. I'm like,
yeah.
which is funny because Spurs, one thing, second, they beat City 4-0 at
Yeah.
the Etihad the previous week.
Spurs is तो bipolar team. उसका
Yeah,
कुछ कह नहीं सकते.
I
But you should be happy because Brennan Johnson got a goal.
yeah, he got 7 points, but still not those other two players having two
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
So
You should
it's,
be
it's
as a slightly more experienced FPL player. You should be very careful about your double and triple ups from a certain team.
true.
Always spread
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
around.
Spare it. No, I realized this. I'm like, bhai, I should have put fucking Bruno Fernandes. What a game he had.
Yeah, what a game he had.
What a game he had.
But sorry, before we go to Bruno, and we will go to Man United for Everton nil. I just wanted to point out a couple of stats before we move on
Sure.
from the Liverpool Man City chat, which you will be very happy with, except the last stat, which you will not be very happy with. But as it stands, of course, with the 2-0 victory over Man City, as it stands, Liverpool are 9 points clear at the top of the
Yes.
table. And going into December, right? Like going into the last month before the winter transfer window opens. So history is kind to Liverpool, considering this is the situation right now. This is Liverpool's biggest lead at the top since the final day of
Yeah.
2019-2020,
20,
which is
twenty
when
twenty. Yeah.
they won the table. At that point, they were 8 points ahead. So
Oh
it's even
yeah,
better
8 or
now.
9,
They were
probably.
they,
Yeah.
at that point at that point
Mm,
in that season, at this point of the year, they were 8 points ahead.
correct.
Now they're
Mm,
9 points
mm,
ahead, which is great. Only two teams have had a lead of 9 or more points after 13 matches, and both of them went on to win the league that year. One was
yeah.
Man United in 93-94, and the other
Yes.
was Chelsea in
Chelsea.
05-06. Uh, the team with the biggest lead after 13 matches that failed to win the Premier League.
Arsenal.
No, it is
Well,
Newcastle United in that historic 95-96 season,
oh
when in the second
yeah,
half of the season they
they,
collapsed. So if you remember Kevin Keegan's angry rant at the
yeah,
cameras, where he's like,
I
"I would love it
would
if
love.
they lose. I would love it." That is that season, when they had a
Mm.
13-point lead in December and they failed to win the title. So if Liverpool do lose the title from this, you will be at the level of Newcastle.
It is what it is. I can't defend this, bro. Look, I mean, I'm all for banter. If
Yeah,
I'm making fun of your team, dude, I
yeah.
have to take a joke on mine as
Arey, but
well.
now to with Amorim, you can't
So
make fun of our team anymore, bro. The good days are here again.
days are back.
Happy times are back.
Yeah, which is also a good segue to talk about the next match. But
Yes.
we'll pause. Let's talk about. So I'll tell you one thing I like about Slot so far. He's
Yeah.
yes, one thing he's ruthless. He knows what he wants. He's also, like I've said this in the previous episode, his people management, his soft whatever skills are pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I've read a couple of these articles where he talks to the players one on one, and he shows them that so there was this one, I can't remember, one of these Liverpool pages only, Anfield Echo or something,
Hmm.
there which said that Slot, while of course in the training sessions, he was telling Trent that if you change your body 8 degrees to the left or right, you could open up to sort of make a bet. So he goes right into those depths, into the
Hmm.
details, which is one thing I like about him. And yeah, I feel I genuinely at this point don't miss Klopp as
how
much as I
how fickle are we? वो
as
तो
much as
तुम्हारा
I
भगवान है.
no, but like, see, it's also like your first times. What's it? The first while playing cards, yeah, beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck.
You like, let's say Liverpool go on to win the title this season. Next season, you never know what could happen.
Man, but
And
I'll tell you the thing, right? Like, I was talking to a bunch of United fans also yesterday. I was at the screening at Three Wise Monkeys yesterday, and I was speaking
okay,
to a bunch of them about Liverpool's season under Slot. There has to be a dip in form. Like, it is inevitable that a dip in form is coming. Of course, they are running
agreed,
on
agreed, agreed.
the good fortune of their results up until now and their league position, and that is a massive boost for a team, because they're players who are starting to believe that they can go on and win the league this season.
Yeah.
Like, that belief, especially after yesterday's game against City, after that victory, I can totally imagine the Liverpool players being like, okay, this is it. Like, this is one big monkey off our back. This is one big
Hmm.
fixture that we have dealt with.
Hmm.
We are in a great position right
Great
now. Ball
position.
is in our court. We are
Yeah.
good players. We are on our way to win, right? But being a fan of a team that was managed by a bald Dutchman,
I know that.
what I would like to tell you about the experience is, I mean, it's great that his people management skills are great, because that is the one thing
But
apparently that Ten Hag did not have,
hmm,
communication wise or man management wise.
uh-huh.
But I feel somewhere
No, no, no. You're right, dude.
The Dutch in him is going to come out here,
No, it's true.
because
It's true.
very few
I,
Dutch managers have also been very successful in the Premier League. Like,
true.
we've had. Uh,
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
Van
that's the
Gaal,
thing,
Goose
right?
Hiddink.
Hitting,
Hiddink also did like caretaker stints with Chelsea, but apart from
Chelsea.
that, like I can't think of. And if you guys realize that we are missing out on some key Dutch names who have been successful in the Premier League, do let us know in the comments or reach
Yes,
out to us
please
and
do.
let us know. But I feel like that is a way of play or a way of communication that just does not work with the players here, and especially even more so in today's day and age where everybody is on social media. It's a new
Yeah, yeah,
generation of
true.
players.
So I think, yeah, it is inevitable. I just don't know when. One thing. Secondly, see, if Liverpool win their next six Premier League fixtures,
Hmm.
that's a great sign. Which means you're halfway through the season. You've
Yeah,
lost one, you've drew one game. That's a brilliant result to have.
yeah,
Okay. Um, I the thing is Liverpool also, yes, they've inherited a good squad, which is, you have to give it to Klopp whatever he's done.
yeah,
But I think Slot has this ability to get the best out of every player possible. Like I'll tell you, we it's pretty obvious. Gravenberch, prime example. Okay,
yeah,
Gakpo's having a good season. Diaz, Nunez is still Nunez. Then but Nunez's work rate has improved a lot. Like he'll
yeah,
go and make those defensive tackles and all.
yeah,
That's one thing. Harvey Elliott is just back. Curtis Jones, you could say.
yeah,
Joe Gomez has been good. Kwanzaa maybe not that much. So I think barring Kwanzaa, everyone, and he rotates the players every game.
yeah,
So the dip in form, I don't know when that's gonna come, but I have a feeling it. You never know. It could be this season, could be next season. That's what I was saying, right?
yeah,
He could win it in his first season, and next season he'll be like, oh, okay. So he'll have a Pep moment
yeah.
from this
He
season.
could win it in his first season and then never win again. Like
Um,
that's what we would all hope
you
for.
never know, dude.
We never know. We never know. Right. Let's go to the Man United game. United 4, Everton nil.
Nice. That was a good game.
This is the first time that a Man United side has scored 4 goals since 2021 when they beat Leeds
Oh,
United.
that too a clean sheet,
I think it was 4-0. I think that game was also 4-0.
maybe.
But that is how long it has been, because there has been no
Mm.
4 or upwards goals under Eric Ten Hag. And now in his third match as United manager,
Mm.
Amorim has managed to do that against the Sean Dyche team that is known to defend well.
Yeah, true. Props. Full credit to Amorim there. I think he's again utilized his front three in a way Ten Hag couldn't maybe.
Yeah.
And who were Ahmad got 2 goals or 2 assists?
No,
Bruno
so
got two
no,
assists. I know
so
that
Rashford got 2 goals
2 goals.
and Xerxes got 2 goals.
I was
Bruno
surprised for
got two
that.
assists and Ahmad got 2 assists.
Yeah, Ahmad. So Garnacho khela. I didn't see the game,
Sub,
so I
second half sub.
second. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's he's figured something out that these three players are, especially the wingers,
Yeah,
they're fast. Ahmad is super quick.
yeah.
Same with Garnacho.
I feel
Bruno maybe.
I feel I'll tell you what. Like my honest assessment was uh, in the system that he plays, because we know that he plays 3 at the back, which he has played since the time he got here. He has nailed on 2 spots, which is Ahmad at right wing back
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Mazraoui at left wing back.
Left wing back. Correct.
Those 2 players are having the season of their lives.
Mazraoui, yes.
Marcus Rashford is a man reborn under him. He's scoring now on
Yeah. If he
I mean, 3 games is not a large sample size, but he's still
true.
scoring
If
far
he
more
goes on,
regularly.
correct. If he goes on to score versus Arsenal, then I can comfortably say that yes, he's back. And dude, Rashford, yes, he's a fantastic player. I can't shut him off ever. He's brilliant on his day.
Yeah,
You never know. So it's some exciting times there. So I feel like your next match is a testing time. A
it is a
draw would be a fantastic result, not just for us,
yeah,
but in general,
yeah.
because you guys have played after Tena got sacked. You
We're
guys have never
going
lost a match,
we're
right?
going for a win, brother. We're going for a fucking win. There's no
As a Liverpool
draws.
fan, guys, I so hope United. I want this edited and put in a reel. As a Liverpool fan, I so hope United beat Arsenal, because
Yeah,
who are Arsenal? Why are
yeah,
Arsenal?
yeah.
Arsenal क्यों है? I'm just saying.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's going to be an incredible fixture. I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah. The other thing that really caught my eye and really impressed me in yesterday's game, particularly, but also in Amorim's uh, very short tenure thus far, is that he is rotating every match. And that might also be because he's come in to this team, which is a bit of a shambles in the middle of a season. Not exactly middle, but like early on, but still in the middle of an ongoing season.
Middle of an half.
Um, and he doesn't know his players and what they can do yet. So he's just trying every possible permutation combination. Maybe that is one way of explaining the rotation. But we have, in his 3 games, we have seen the central striker role be given to Rashford, to Hoyland, and now to Xerxes.
Zirkzee. Yeah, that's
So all the 3 players who can
options
possibly play in that position have all been tried out in that position in his first 3 games,
and have
and
done well also.
and have done well, because first game Marcus
Yeah,
Rashford scores from that
yeah.
central striking position. Second game Hoyland gets 2 goals,
Ireland.
and now
Now
third
Zirkzee.
game Xerxes gets 2 goals. So
So
it's really
it's
the
refreshing. I
the
get it. Yeah,
the effects are there to see. They're almost immediate. Of course, it is still very very early to say, but oh my god, this looks very exciting.
it is. It is. I agree with you. Yeah, it is. Even I was pretty surprised. I'm like, not bad. Yeah. I mean, so with I think given if the way it goes right now, I do see United finishing top four if they beat Arsenal and they win their next 2 3 fixtures.
You might probably be my favorite Liverpool fan in the world, Nathan. For for
No,
for
as much
saying
as I
that.
don't want to, but let's be realistic here. I think there's a big chance, if not top four, maybe fifth, Europa at best. But
Yeah,
because the first and second spot is pretty much is either going to be Liverpool, City, Arsenal, or City, Arsenal,
yeah,
Liverpool, but or whatever permutation combination. Th- fourth, fifth, and sixth is going to be very interesting to watch. So
yeah,
I think if United go the way they're playing right now, I could see them going fifth, fourth, fifth.
yeah.
Sixth is what conference, no? I think or seventh that is. No wait,
Seventh is
sixth is also
conference.
Europa.
Fifth and sixth is Europa. Seventh is
Ah,
conference. But
okay. So
there
but
is a possibility that for next season the Premier League might get 5 Champions League spots because of the coefficient.
oh, because of the yeah. Ooh,
That
that's gonna
might,
be
yeah,
that's
that
gonna be
might happen. So
fantastic.
that's also going to be very exciting.
Hmm.
Uh, it
Also,
I mean, also we're playing Arsenal next now in midweek. That's the next Premier League fixture, and a victory against Arsenal gets us within 2 points of them. I think, yeah, Arsenal's on
oh,
25 points. A
that's
victory gets us within 2 points of
that's
Arsenal.
that's how
So
close the margins
that,
are, man. Right
yeah,
now,
that's crazy, right? And to think of it, 2 Premier League games ago, we were languishing
nothing. Yeah,
in
yeah.
13th or 14th place. So
Hmm.
I feel like, again, to kind of move the conversation towards the ownership structure, I feel like I definitely was sad to see Ten Hag go, because it's never nice when a manager is sacked
Of course,
mid-season.
of course. Hmm.
But the results were just not working out. The play
No, no.
was getting worse and worse by the game. Like, there was that initial promise when he came in, it was
Yeah.
just going down. Like, he was unable to get his ideas through to the players for whatever reason,
Hmm.
and it just came to a point where a change had to be made.
Hmm.
And with the
True.
new man that they've got in, a younger
Just
man,
gonna say
somebody
that.
who's a little more charismatic in front of camera, somebody who's a little
Exactly.
more open with his players, I feel like that's
Yeah.
made a whole lot of difference.
Just the communication part
Just
is
the
so much better.
just
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
That's
that.
what slot has right now.
Mm.
He's that's why it's probably no, it is working out as of now. So I do, if I have to be honest, like this next fixture is going to be one of the biggest testaments for United and Amorim this season.
Yeah,
Like if you all get a draw versus Arsenal, a win, realistically a bit far fetched, but never impossible.
never
Uh,
impossible. Yeah.
yeah. So, dude, I fucking want United to win.
No, I'd love that. I'd love that as well. Now, before we get into, we'll do a little bit of predictions, because I know you do that on your Instagram page as well. So I thought
Yeah, yeah, sure. Let's
we'll
do this.
we'll we'll do that. But before we get onto that, I just want to give a big shout out. Not that he's going to hear it, or maybe he is, because he's a big listener of the Conflag. But want to give a shout out to Ahmad, because fuck, that kid played a great game against Everton.
Yeah, dude.
Matlab,
I'm a fan of Ahmad, dude. I really like that player.
he's got crazy work rate. He presses at the
Hmm.
right moment.
Agreed.
He created a goal out of nothing because he pressed and got the ball away, which is
Hmm.
again a pattern that we're seeing under Amorim. Because against Bodo Glimt also, it was Hoyland who pressed the goalkeeper into making the mistake for Garnacho's tap in. So that is very very nice
That's
to
true.
see, because हम लोग बोलते हैं कि यार
Uh,
yeah, pressing is the next thing
Pressing
in
is the
football and
next.
all, but
His work rate.
teams need to know when to press and who to press at. You can't just
Correct.
keep
No, no, I
pressing
agree.
randomly, because then you're going to be open to a long ball and you're going to be open to a counter attack.
Hmm.
The way Amorim is playing out his press is really interesting. So if you look back at the highlights and you see how the team progresses, that's
Hmm.
really good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Also, I knew Ahmad's a great player when he single-handedly knocked out Liverpool from the FA Cup last season.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's when I realized, bro, this player's good. This
Fun
player's good.
times,
Those
fun times.
I had a feeling that Klopp's gonna have a stink of a match,
Yeah,
and which he did. But it
yeah,
was a great match, nevertheless. I mean,
yeah,
that last finish was superb.
yeah.
And then he took off his jersey. No, he got a red card, no, something, or
He got a second yellow and he got sent
and
off for that.
but well, who cares? That
Who
was the
cares?
last kick of the
Yeah,
match.
exactly.
So yeah, Ahmad's good. Also, I wanted to ask you thoughts on Casemiro. How do you think he'll fit in under the system as of now?
I think he's a fantastic player, right?
Oh,
Like
is he?
he's a class player, and yes, he has had patches of very very
Really bad.
bad form under
And
previous managers and at United. But man, when he is on his game, he is
no,
one of
we've
the
seen this.
best CDMs
Best,
in the game.
best. Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
knows how to read the game. He knows how to intercept, key passes. He
Hmm.
is a proper midfield enforcer.
I agree.
In
100%. So,
Amorim's system, of course, there was a lot of concern about how he'll fit, because Amorim doesn't play with CDMs, so to speak.
hmm,
But if he is sitting in front of that three-man defense
hmm,
with a little bit of a license to go up, partnering either Ugarte or Manu. I don't think he should partner Ugarte, because Ugarte is a similar profile of player.
right. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. He's also defensive mid,
That
no?
is a yeah, and that is a great bit of depth to have in the squad,
Hmm.
because you eventually want Ugarte to be your starting midfielder because he is the younger one. But to have Ugarte in the same dressing room as Casemiro also is very very vital, because you get that
Yeah.
experience out.
Plus,
You
it's a
have
backup also.
Casemiro, yeah, you have Casemiro as a great backup for Ugarte. You have Ugarte as a great backup for Casemiro. So that position is
Hmm,
like,
hmm, hmm.
it's perfect,
See,
perfect sort of squad
yeah,
depth in that position.
I think on paper, maybe United don't have a great squad to speak
Yeah,
honestly, but I do think they have some pretty good players, man.
yeah,
Like I think Bruno has been your best player this past 5 years, maybe.
yeah,
Okay, Casemiro again
yeah,
recently, maybe. Rashford, dude, again, you can't rule him out because I've seen Rashford play some brilliant, great football. I've seen him have stinkers as well, but
yeah.
again, that's how. Then who else? I really like Kobe Menu from last season. He's been brilliant.
Ooh,
He's
Kobe had a great game
I
also
If
against
you
Everton.
ask me now, I would take Menu at Liverpool. It's like
Yeah,
that good. Yeah, I would
you're not gonna
100%.
get him. You're not gonna get him. United through and through, brother. United
Yeah,
through and
so
through. But yeah, so,
but then Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott showed up. I'm like, वो ठीक
हाँ, तुम लोग का भी है बच्चा, तुम लोग के पास भी बच्चे हैं. So
है.
you have enough going on there. Before we get to the predictions, quick shout out to Ruben Van Nistelrooy, who has been appointed Leicester City
Leicester's
manager.
manager.
Uh, I think the only thing on his CV that got him the job was that he has
He,
beaten them twice.
dude,
Oh,
this
you
would
have.
be hilarious if when Leicester wait only one you all have faced Leicester only once so far in the Premier League, no?
In the Premier League once, but in the
Yeah, the
cup once.
next game, Leicester versus United. If
Yeah.
Nistelrooy beats United, oh my
Oh
god,
God,
that's just gonna be
that's
peak. It's gonna be too funny.
yeah, that will be
And part of me, okay, I don't. Part of me wants that to happen just for the memes.
just for the memes, just for the
Just
fun.
for the
Yeah,
memes.
fair,
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I get that. I get that. I feel like I feel like in that fixture, Van Nistelrooy is going to get his Leicester team to score own goals, because that's what he knows. One can
Hmm.
only hope, but we never
Yeah.
know. Right, Nathan, shall we do some predictions?
Let's do this, man.
Okay.
Right. First up, coming up, we have. Arey, kya hai ye? So we're okay. Yeah. First up, we have Ipswich Palace. Ipswich home Palace. I think draw maybe.
Yeah.
1 all draw.
I feel Ipswich is going to nick it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. Nice.
Because I'll tell you why. Because Crystal Palace have not looked very very good this season. They are starting to find their stride.
Hmm. But no. I agree. I think Ipswich, they have a few glimmers of
Yeah,
well, good play as well. We've
they
seen this
they
versus
play
United.
fast. Yeah, they play fast. They play with intent. They've got a
Mm-hmm.
fantastic goal scorer in Liam Delap.
Hutchinson and Delapia. Even Hutchinson's pretty
Hutchinson
good.
is also very very good. So yeah, that is. I feel like Ipswich might nick it.
Okay, not bad. Let's next up Leicester West Ham. Root's first game as a Leicester
Yes.
manager, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The West Ham also haven't really looked that good, but considering
No.
they netted two versus Arsenal, I think this is a bit of a. I think this will also be a draw, maybe.
No. I feel like Leicester might nick it.
Leicester are playing at home though, so they also have that advantage.
Leicester are playing at home. New manager bounce, and as United fans, we know what Van Nistelrooy is like
Yeah,
as a
he's good. He's
manager.
good. I like that
He's
manager.
very sensible. He's got good
Hmm.
tactics about him, and he really gets into it when he's at a club. He really gets into it. So that good vibe will, I think, brush off.
So,
And I feel like he's a very different manager to Steve Cooper, because again, like the
hmm,
big problem with Leicester was they had Enzo Maresca, who was revolutionary for them. Revolutionary, gets them promoted, gets them to win the championship, gets them promoted, and then leaves
hmm,
for Chelsea.
right.
And his replacement is Steve Cooper, who's very British in that way. Like he's very
Correct.
old school in a certain way,
That
which
yeah.
was a big problem. So now with they've got a foreign manager again, somebody who's done so well in the game as a player, is a legend at Man United. I think that will really
He'll
really
do well.
help
Possible.
Leicester get that new manager bounce really alive and kicking for this one.
That's could be true. Yeah. Speaking of Maresca and Chelsea, next up Southampton Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea two
yeah,
zero.
yeah, yeah,
Ah, sorry, I'll make it 3-0. I think they're
yeah,
doing very well right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The match which we spoke about earlier, City versus Forest.
I feel like this
Oh,
is the one where City actually managed to win.
yeah, no, even I'm getting that feeling because I think now Pep's had enough. He
Both of you.
needs a win.
Yeah.
He needs a win.
So
So I think,
this is what we have always discussed on the conflag, right? Like we've always maintained that Guardiola is such a good manager that now he's just trying to make things difficult for himself. Right, because he's
uh,
done everything. He's won 6 Premier League titles. He's won a treble also. Abhi sab ho gaya. Like, how do you challenge yourself more,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Which is why he was like, Arteta, you don't be my assistant anymore. You go manage Arsenal and become a rival. Like, get them to our level.
yeah,
तू वो
exactly.
try कर. I'll give you Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko also. तू
That
वो players ले ले.
really, yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's hmm. Or
You,
you never know that it could be written that Guardiola has have that City are having a shit season so far, and Guardiola is also facing all of this. What if? What if? I mean, you never know if they get through this and end up winning the title,
but that's what I'm
because
saying. Like
exactly.
that is.
So
I feel like this is the point where Guardiola is like, all right, fine. अभी हम लोग ने बहुत गांड
yeah,
मस्ती किया. Now this
yeah.
is the challenge. We are
This is
nine
what
points
I've
behind.
also been saying, that you can't rule. I don't rule City out yet.
Yeah,
I'm not hopeful yet that
yeah,
Liverpool are going to win.
yeah,
Although little bit, little,
yeah.
thoda
Little
sa,
bit is coming. Yeah,
little
thoda
is
is
there.
coming. Yeah.
But realistically, you never know. Let's wait till Feb
Okay.
March.
Yeah.
So final score predictions. I think City 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this fixture is pretty interesting. Newcastle versus Liverpool. Ooh, Newcastle's last result was what? They drew now something.
Yeah.
Or they
Newcastle are
won.
not in a good moment. They are not
Yeah.
going to cause Liverpool any
Mm.
problems. They might score
However,
a goal, but so I
mm-hmm,
don't think Liverpool will keep a clean sheet, but Liverpool to win for
possible.
sure.
However, St James Park, the atmosphere there is good, but again,
It is,
Newcastle
but
have had a very
yeah.
bumpy season so far. So I'm gonna go with 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
This one looks interesting. Everton Wolves.
Ooh, Wolves.
Wolves.
It's either Wolves or a draw. I'm not entirely sure.
I think Aitnori, not Aitnori. What's his name? Kunya might score again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Kunya blanked in this game week, so as
Yeah,
I am an owner of Kunya, I'm a little
yeah.
annoyed.
Yeah.
But
The next big fixture we'll talk about towards the end. Let's move on to Aston Villa versus Brentford. Uh,
ooh, draw.
Villa need a win, dude. Villa
It's
desperately need a
either
win right
yeah,
now.
it's either a draw or I'm going for a Brentford win.
I think I'll go with a draw. I think I'll go with a 1-1 or 2-1 draw. Next up, we have Fulham versus Brighton. This fixture is also interesting. I think.
I think this will be
Ooh,
a draw. Fulham are
I think
good. Fulham are looking good, and
Yeah,
Brighton are up and
one.
down.
It's either just looking like a 2-0 Fulham or a 1-all draw. I feel
Okay.
possible. And we have Bournemouth versus Spurs. Hmm.
Oh, Bournemouth,
Bournemouth are playing at home,
Bournemouth,
and
Bournemouth,
they've beaten City and they've beaten Arsenal
Bournemouth,
already at home.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. You know what? I'll go with Spurs. I
Actually,
think
Spurs
Spurs
ka
might
last
take it
last
this
match
time.
Spurs drew. No,
I think I'll go with Spurs.
no, I think a loss is coming.
Loss is coming.
Yeah,
I mean, let's see if they do
yeah.
win. Fantastic. So, final score. Final score. What do you go with?
2-1 to
Two
Bournemouth.
one. Okay, I'll go with same 2-1, but for Spurs.
Okay.
Okay, and finally the biggest clash of this week's fixtures is Arsenal versus Manchester United.
So I have a scoreline from the head and I have a scoreline from the heart, and it feels wrong to think about the scoreline from the head, so I'm
From
not
the
even going
head.
to say it. I feel it will be a 3-2 victory for United. Like
Okay.
it'll be a tough game,
Tough.
and United will
See,
nick it at the end. 3-2 victory.
as a Liverpool fan, again, I hope United win. I hate
Yeah,
to say this, but
yeah,
for obvious reasons. But I would be more than happy if this game also ends in a draw. But realistically, I think Arsenal are in the form of they're having a great form, not in the form of their life per se, but they're having a great run of games and they've been scoring. Uh, I think Arsenal might take this one.
yeah,
Like I think they might just
yeah. I
take
mean,
this
on
one.
paper they are the favorites. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
look at, yeah,
So final
I mean,
score, I'd go with 3-1 Arsenal.
all right, okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
and that's all for match day number 13 for
yeah.
now.
14,
Yeah.
no,
13 or 14?
14.
14, my bad, my bad. Yeah.
Match
That's
day
all
number
for match
14.
day number 14. Yes.
Awesome, and that is all for this episode of the Corn Flag
Episode
as
as
well.
well. Yes, sir.
Thank you
Great
so much.
chat.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
for
Nathan.
having me, man. Great fun as always.
Yes,
Let's do this again. Let's
absolutely.
do this. And yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you'd like to get in touch with us and tell us what you thought of this episode, you can comment on this YouTube video. Comments really help. We respond to all comments, good or bad. So, just write what you feel, and it'll be really nice. There's one guy on YouTube, by the way, who comments a lot, and thank you for this. I think his name is Gaurav. I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah,
you know who I'm talking about. But
yeah,
he's
yes.
basically our quality control guy, because there's been some issue with the volumes when I'm uploading the video. Audio is fine on Spotify and Apple Podcast, that's fine, but on YouTube when I'm uploading the video version, कुछ तो वॉल्यूम का इशू होता रहता है कभी ना कभी तो with every episode it's either too high or too low or it's something or the other, and he always keeps pointing out like, oh, audio is not great on this one, and all. I'm like, fuck, I need to figure this shit out. But yes, humbly try, like we're still getting used to this video nonsense, so but we'll get it right eventually, and hopefully
We will,
this will happen. So
we'll get
so
it done.
point being, comment or get in touch with us on our
Like,
social media.
comment, and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Nathan, what's your Instagram?
You follow me on Instagram at the rate it's Nathan Gomes.
And I'm on Instagram at Amorim. Give us a follow. Corner Flag is also on Instagram at the rate Corner Flag Pod.
Yes.
Corner Flag YouTube channel is youtube.com/@ the rate Corner Flag Pod. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you haven't done both those things while you're watching this, you're on the website already. So
Yes,
just
guys.
do it.
Just be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
Just
It'll
do
be
it.
fun. It,
Support.
it, it takes very little of your time or effort.
Yeah. Point one
But it,
seconds, guys.
yeah, means a lot to us, means a hell of a lot to us, so let's make
Yes,
that
guys.
happen. Shout out to Kazat Gurda for composing our theme tune, and until next week, it is goodbye from us. Say bye, Nathan,
Bye, guys. Take care.
and it's bye from me.